extra sheet.
They have a barber station. Randy, Randy don't have to have one, but I gotta have one, and then they've gotta have. Well, and he may be more than me.
As soon as we get our, who's announcing? Is Randy? Randy! We canceled our premium show. And when we do the British, we'll sort all in. Make it
So
easier.
whenever you have a breach route, do a sale basically. That'll work.
He's on radio.
Okay, are you giving a man or two? Okay, so kids.
The third time I talked to her down there, she did grin at me. That first time, she wasn't wanting no part of me in Fort Worth.
He's just so funny. He's such a different person in the ring. And like when he dances, it's just independent.
Morning.
One-on-one.
How are you? Richie Evans. Nice to know you. My wife was your counselor for 37 years.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess I got there too late.
You got there too late.
Dang.
You got lucky.
Or just in time. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah. That's what I said just in time.
I can't get that one wrong.
That one's pretty easy to cut forward with.
Hard to get the spirit box on too. How do you feel? What's this for?
That's to put behind your heifer, the paper's there in the cut forward. And there's your steers.
We had an answer would be rocking.
Where you want me, boss?
Right here.
Right here?
First class.
Where you want me, boss?
No, they're
She's the boss. I'm just.
I just work here.
This the all barns, you think? Nope.
You don't want me.
Okay, maybe you got maybe it's right.
We're gonna bring both of them in.
Chance Jones. Can you hear me in the cattle barn? Can you hear me in the cattle barn?
See that's the kettle barn light.
Thank you. Pre-meetings will begin. We will bring
Got scared and left, I guess.
3 minutes. Here we go.
Crew and Thatcher.
Well, good morning. It's a blessing and an honor to be with you all here at Dewey County this morning, and a really fun way to get this started. Pre-junior minis has a special place in my heart. My kids started out this way, and I think it's the best way to keep this industry going. It gives these kids an outlet to feel the love and the passion of the industry early before another hobby maybe sweeps them up. But we're going to go ahead and use this younger female to win the class. This is such a unique and elegant made type of a female. To get a mini Hereford that fresh and unique in that throat latch and that front 1/3, and still when you get her out on the move and ask her to get out on a stride, she sets down on a really soft pastern back there. Really like that heifer. That's a female's got a really big future ahead of her. The female here that's going to come second, one that is really burly, really big top, big hip. You really appreciate that about her. Where I'd like to change this one is she's pushing a little bit of condition today. Maybe want to trim her up there in her front 1/3 and there in her underline. But I think two really nice complete females in that class. Give these young exhibitors a big round of applause.
In a minute.
Oh, Jenna Craft.
First place in the pre-mini Hereford show, Crew Baldwin. Second, Thatcher Beer.
On your steers, Wyatt's little is scratched.
Pure heifer, people.
What's wrong with the heifer?
When you hit the leaves.
What one? What what?
He's got a card as a key on the city.
Just do it as key, they said, because it's on the list. I went and asked them about it.
Just a single entry in our mini pre-junior steer show, but one
think I
that
got screwed up
I'd
in
say
the
could have
steer.
used a little bit of competition. You really appreciate how balanced this calf out. You know, a lot of times you get into these mini Herefords and they just don't have that balance like we like to see in these show cattle. But one that's just really neat in his chest for you really appreciate that about him. Gets out on the move with a nice big reach. Really nice in his bone shape and adequate in that length of neck there. Just a really nice complete calf in this division. Congratulations to her.
That one's not on the list. He was kind of right. We was in a hurry. And you got, there should be a
First place in the pre-mini steer show, Rin Beer. I have a single entry in Class 1, Angus Heifers. I have a single entry in all 4 classes. We bring them all 4 in at once.
I have to split that one into 4 to get it.
That's the only place you did what I need. I did.
Because they got a market corner.
Huh?
They got the market kind of corner.
They do. And they got the price.
If you've got a Angus heifer, please make your way to the Make Ready pen. Angus heifers to the Make Ready pen, please.
They just sold it. Somewhere up there. Yeah, I mean, this is for the state fairs. Oh, they buy them, but I mean, the price. I don't know for sure. But I just seen the picture of it.
Hadley and Hadley. Well, wouldn't we just bring them in? Well, we're gonna have to have another show eventually. Well, we got Kelton. Kelton's on the stick. They're good to go.
Yeah, they started raising a few. Just because everybody else started raising. They're really trying to get this man.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. There's like 2 or 3. One of them is guaranteed. This other one, one of these ones is guaranteed.
I voted to follow the book because that's the way the book.
This year, I think. But no, I do agree, Jeff. We need to talk about that. But we got to do it pretty quick. Real quick. We got to do it pretty quick.
Maybe.
So put down a little stick. He may not have combed his hair yet, but he'll be all right.
Out here in our Angus division, we've got 4 class winners that are all going to be single entries, and we'll go ahead and just talk each one of them, and then I'll go back through and get you a champion, reserve, and then a 3rd and a 4th overall for the breed. But we'll go ahead and start with the young female here of our first class. The young man has one that you just really love the design that she has. She is so elegant. She ties in so high out of the point of her shoulder. When she gets out on the move, you really appreciate the athleticism and the reach that she has and the softness at the ground. Maybe if if we want to be really critical on this one, at times whenever we get her on the move, that tail head, I'd like to just ease it down into her skeleton ever so slightly, but really, really nice female in that first class. The young lady's heifer here on the second class one, that's packed with a lot of natural power and dimension. You really appreciate that hip shape that she has, the elegance in that front 1/3 as well. Where we need to probably change this one is at the ground off those hind wheels. Whenever she gets out on the move, she just doesn't want to set down as softly as some of the other ones out here, but a really fun female there. We're going to go ahead and go the class 3 heifer. They're just out of line. The fall heifer here, one that you really just love, the added extension that this one has. Maybe a little more extension in that front 1/3, but doesn't have the unique tightness maybe as some of those. We'd like to just meet her up there in that chest floor, maybe in that jawline as well, but I think a really nice, really made kind of a female. The bred here out of the last class 1, that is so balanced. You really appreciate the freshness at this stage of the game. The young lady's done an excellent job of getting her shown and getting her fed to this stage. Maybe want to give her just a shot more size for the age that she is, maybe a shot more bone size, but I think 4 really, really nice females out here in our Angus division. Give these kids a round of applause. I'll get you a champion reserve and then your 3rd and 4th overall. But thanks, guys.
Caleb, if you done a scan prong, I bet it's all right.
At least.
I'll go ask Kelly which one it is. Ask her which heifer that is. Because she had 2 of them in there, we don't know which one it is. Oh, he's got it right there.
Champions are and the oldest one was the oldest one was third out. Just because they Madeline had hers over. Yeah, but they were lined up by age. Third was the oldest one. There's one standing second. Got it? Okay.
Two head in the Pole Hereford show. Be separate classes showing together. Two head, Pole Hereford.
I think you could drive with that one.
That's what the problem is. You can mess it up.
out here in our Hereford females, two really nice females. It's not often you get to a county fair and see two in the same breed of this quality. We'll go ahead and run through them and talk them real quick. The young man's April heifer here, one that just has so much length and extension. You really appreciate that about her. Really love the uniqueness in her front 1/3. We talked how long spine she is, and you get behind her and she's got so much natural width and dimension. We get her out on the move and she does it with a lot of flexibility. You really appreciate that one. The young lady's heifer here, that's going to be a January 1, a big framed female, one that has the added extension as well. Maybe not as freaky fronted in that front 1/3 as the freshness out of her too. For me today, probably where I appreciate one over the other is maybe the added length and extension and soundness maybe in that front 1/3, but I could see a guy going either way. But today for me, the young man will be champion, the young lady will be reserve. Congratulations, guys.
Champion Pole Hereford, exhibited by Creighton Carpenter. Reserve Champion Pole Hereford, exhibited by Keelan Derrickson. Bring our mini Herefords towards the ring. Class 1 mini Herefords, Hayden Hurt and Harper Hurt.
Whoa, Clover Cap.
They're gonna be lined up with the British. Yeah. You got right here, they're gonna be lined up. After the short horn, we'll bring all these back in.
But we don't have to line too deep because we just have. Those are lined up. Those are lined up. These
Well, I know, but you gotta do it by breed. You gotta line them up for sellers.
Here in our mini Hereford female class, I think I'm going to leave them the same way they came in. I just think this female that leads the class off with just puts it together in just a nicer, more feminine package. You really like that freshness and an added extension that she has up there in her neck. This female is so square and packing tons of natural dimension. You really appreciate that, and when we get her out on the move, that's where she really accelerates over the female behind her. You appreciate how soft she is there at the ground when off those hind wheels. The young lady's heifer here that's going to be second, another one that's a powerhouse for her age. You really appreciate her added dimension and depth of body and balance. She's just a little coarser there in her shoulder compared to the heifer in first. And when we get her out on the move, she just doesn't want to relax off those hind wheels like the female ahead of her. But two really nice females in this mini Hereford class to start off with. Congrats, guys.
It depends on what he's doing. So you gotta line them up.
First place is Hayden Nibbett. Second place, Harper Hurt, or Hayden Hurt, Harper Hurt, excuse me.
If your breed has full limbs, you're guaranteed to win. You see what I'm saying? We do that, I mean, that's the way I read it. Oh, you got it, Phil. You got it. You got to bring that in. That's what we done last year.
Just a single entry in our second class of mini Herefords, but one that is ultra broody, ultra powerful. You really appreciate that. Maybe probably not as fresh in her appearance as maybe we'd like to see her, like to trim her back there in that front 1/3 and maybe relax her shoulder, but I think a really nice brood cow, a prospect for this young lady. Congratulations, we'll see her in the champion drive.
Same thing last year. You just can't get all the ring at the end. See what I'm saying?
First place, Hayden Hurt. Now we'll have champion Minnie Hereford exhibited. Both animals exhibited by Hayden Hurt. The champion Minnie Hereford Award is sponsored by Randy Cole.
So, that's, so I think you do need to announce, let me ask Richard, but I think you do need to announce all the British need to come back after the short one to line up. So I get to ask Richard that, but I'm pretty sure that's what we need to do.
Out here in our champion Minnie Hereford Drive, and we'll run through these class winners just real quick and touch on them a few things. The female out of that first class, one that just has a lot of added bells and whistles to her. You just love the added extension she has out of that neck. So square, and she's got so much natural shape and dimension when you get behind her. When we ask her to get on the move, she does it with a lot of ease and athleticism. The female that came out of that second class one, that's just packed with tons of power and natural mass and dimension, you really appreciate that. She just doesn't put it in that fresh show heifer package like that female out of class one. For me today, just the overall balance, look, and eye appeal and condition today, I'm going to go with the young lady out of the first class for champion, and the second place out of that class will be reserved. Congratulations.
Three reserve champions. Three reserve champions.
Champion Minnie Hereford exhibited by Hayden Hurt. Reserve champion exhibited by Harper Hurt. Attention in the barn. As soon as the short horn is finished, we will bring them all in to judge for champion British influence, and we will line up every one of those heifers. If you had an Angus or a polled Hereford or a Mini or a short horn, they will be coming back to the ring. Please be ready to come back to the ring with your British influence.
You're gonna have to go back to draw some lines with Roger Todd. Yeah. Cause he's hard back there.
Okay. Give me a fair break. I got one in my pocket. I got one in my pocket.
Just a single entry in our shorthorn drive, but a really fresh and elegant made one that's tons of extra extension in that front 1/3, long spine. Maybe where we'd like to change her a little bit is in that center portion of her body. The young lady said she's going to calve here in about 60 days. Just like to see a little bit more depth of rib there, but the young lady's done a good job keeping her in a nice fresh package as at this end of the stage of the game of her show career. Congratulations to Grown Champion Shorthorn.
Champion Shorthorn exhibited by Ashton Gamble. Will now be exhibiting for the British champion, British Influence champion, Big Malin Lauders, champion Angus, Creighton Carpenters, champion Polled Hereford, Hayden Hurts, champion Minnie Hereford, and Ashton Gamble's champion Shorthorn to the ring. Again, if you had a British Influence animal, have them ready to come back to the ring to show. Richie.
Fixing to find out. Looks like I don't know. Let's see.
Let's give all these British breed champions a really big round of applause. You won't find many county fairs that have a British lineup like this, and I think these kids have done a fantastic job at home getting these cattle daily care presented and worked with. But for me today, whenever we get them out here, these breeds against each other, I kind of get down to the part where if I was going to go grab one and go show in that breed that they represent, which one I'm going to go out and have the most probably success with. I also want one that is good looking and sound, and then with a little bit of added dimension and length. Today for me, the one that fits that for the mold is the Hereford. She'll be your champion British. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Creighton Carpenter with the champion British Influence. Bringing in Keelan Derrickson to exhibit for reserve champion British Influence.
We bring that reserve out here, and if you heard me talk that drive, those two females out of that breed, I feel like either of them can go out on a state or national level and stand some really strong competition. The young ladies Hereford's going to be reserve champion for me today. Congratulations.
Hot shot.
Reserve champion exhibited by Keelan Derrickson. Maylin will go out. We'll bring Maylin's second place, Angus.
He gets scratched too almost. Yeah, we'll do it since it's here, but oh, she picked it anyway.
Reed Hadley's third place, Angus.
I see him going back there, but she's still tired. No, you're good. You're right though, but he was showing.
Okay.
been the safe
I say
side.
you got to, we've always said follow the book.
Because that I see it, yeah, it is gonna make a difference.
Even if it didn't hurt, you got to follow the book.
Yeah, I agree. You gotta follow that. I agree. 'Cause yeah, when you think about it, if she was champion, it don't make a difference. She makes a difference. It makes a difference now. We just gotta get the look different.
We all kind of decided March 3rd was the date.
Yes. I mean, that's what I've heard. The only thing that was wrong with the junior high baseball game, but Cannon just won't play the junior high baseball game. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
It's kind of easy for them to pitch you.
Mhm, yeah.
Weeks without any chance. I don't
Yeah.
want them to think they have to.
Yeah. Some of the old fans, they would rock it.
They guard more than Terry.
Yeah, I mean, you could ask some of those other guys. So I guess they picked third. They picked that.
So he wants to scratch him on the face. You don't make a mistake that way ever. She'll go in and get short.
Harper's Mini go out. Need Hayden's Mini.
There she is. Oh, backwards. Which I don't understand. Oh,
So Hayden won champion here in reserves.
that's what
And I need Hayden's.
No, that was champion Lee Harper. You have it high. Short one. Here's all the single minutes of fun. Hot's right. She's got a terrific one.
Thank you. You're excused.
You get that, Randy? Yeah, I think Randy has it right, I think.
Creighton. Hayden. Helen. Mayland. Hadley. Hayden. Harper. Ashton Gamble. Harper Hurd.
Okay, we need the,
Class 1 Continental,
we
or
need the Charlies.
Charlie's.
Charlies.
Class 1 Charlays to the ring. Class 1 Charlays to the ring. Jackson Nichols. Class 2 Charlays, make your way to the make ready pen. Class 2 Charlays to the holding area.
But,
Man, I got this one. You get hot shot for Christmas, right? It's purple. Yeah, it's purple. Okay, they said it was a decent. Sucker was good. You know, I think we should probably cook that ewe lamb to medium well. It is. Oak City Co-op. It's the hottest hot shot I've ever seen. It'll jump a flame like that. I think you can start a fire with it. I think it would. Woo, son. Woo. Good? Hi. Bring water softener with you?
No, I didn't bring it.
Change that to estimate.
My sponsor or something?
Hang on, Jax. Hang on, Jax. Speed up, Lynn. Or slow down or something.
Supposed to be 3 single entries.
Supposed to be 3 single entries.
you might have made them 4 singles and something. When you get a big face, it costs. Blue piece like green makes it get interesting.
Charlotte Drive, 3 single entries. We've got a May, a March, and a February. So we'll go ahead and start talking them from the youngest to the oldest. It's a little out of order, but just want to go ahead and start this way. The young man here that unfortunately has been given a hard time today, but he's hung with it. This female is so powerful. This is probably the powerhouse female of the class. She's got that added shape and her hip. You really get up on top of her, and she's just loaded with natural thickness. Probably where I need to change this one is we need to tidy her up there in the top of her crest on her neck, and I'd like to tuck that chest floor back into her. The young lady's heifer here out of our second class, one that is so elegant. If you know much about Charolais, to get one put together in such a refined package but still have that much power and dimension and shape and balance, you really appreciate that one. That one is a lady out here. She just kind of stands out there. The young lady here with the February, really long spine, big, bold, broody made kind of a female. Probably where I need to change this one is to maybe square her out there in the hip. She wants to round off. I'm sure whenever they get her fitted OYE and get that tail hair pulled, it'll square that hip out really nice. Like to soften her up there in that center portion of her body. For me today, there's one that stands out. It's the young lady. She'll be your champion. The young man here that had the hard time, he's going to have to come back out again because he's going to be reserved today. Congratulations.
Champion Charlotte, exhibited by Bentley Baldwin. Reserve champion, exhibited by Jackson Nichols.
Okay, keys.
Got 3 single entries classes in the key division. Need Kelton Daddle, Madeline McLean, and Kaylee Noss to the ring, please.
Out here we've got 3 single class entries, so we'll run through and talk them and get you a champion or reserve key. The young man's heifer here that'll come out of the first class, one that is so elegant. She's got that show female silhouette you just really gravitate to. Love the added shape that she's got, even when she's not 100% clipped out yet. This time of the year you don't want to max them out for that OYE hair, but one that is just so functional in her design and her skeletal structure. You really appreciate that one. The young lady's female that comes next, broody, very broody made female. Got that added extension. She's got a shot more bone than our female out of that first class. Maybe doesn't have that crazy front end and that throat latch area as our heifer out of that first class, but one that is very complete. You love how she's designed, and she too, when we get her out on the move, does it with a lot of ease and athleticism. The gray heifer here that'll come out of the last class, one that's a a tick more moderate, but boy, she is packed with a lot of punch, tons of natural shape and dimension. A tick more terminal than the females ahead of her in this class, but one that you really appreciate the balance and the natural power that she has. For me today, the one that just I really appreciate just the overall look and just the design and how smooth she's put together. The young man's show heifer out of that first class is going to be your champion. The young lady out of the second class will be reserved. Congratulations to them.
Champion Key, exhibited by Kelton Daddle. Reserve Champion Key, exhibited by Madeline McLean. Two single entries in the main division. Class 1, Kelton Daddle. Class 2, Harper Hurt. These are both Class 1. 2 in Class 1.
Maine. First, I like to call it the county.
Two head in Class 1, Kelton Daddle, Harper Hurt.
Fresh.
Just two females out here for this class of mains, and we're going to leave them as they came in. The young man's heifer here that's going to lead off with one that just has a lot more power, shape, eye appeal, and punch to her. Really appreciate the natural dimension that she has. Appreciate the freshness that the young man's kept her in with the feed pan at home. That is key to these females, is keeping them fresh throughout their career. Where we need to change this one is at the ground. She wants to get a little outside of herself on that front, off that front end, and then whenever we get off of her on the hind end, she just doesn't want to relax and set down soft on those hind wheels, but that female stop puts it together in a really nice complete package. The young lady's heifer here that'll come in second, ultra long. You really appreciate her frame size, probably above the one that's going to win the class. We just need a little bit more condition on this one. She's a little more tubular made and a little greener in her appearance today, but one that's really complete, and I think the young lady's got a tremendous cow prospect down the road. Congratulations, guys.
Champion Maine, exhibited by Kelton Dowdle. Reserve Champion Maine, exhibited by Harper Hurt. Single entry in the Scimitar division, exhibited by Maddie McLean.
just a single entry in our Simmental division, but boy, one that is wild looking, and these are the fun kinds to go out and look at every day in the pen. One with so much added extension. You love how high tie her neck is. Maybe if I want to be ultra critical on her, she gets a little flatter there in her forerib, and I'd like to set that tail head down in her so slightly, but that is one really fun female to look at out here in the showroom. We'll see her back out here in the champion drive. Congratulations.
Champion Simmental, exhibited by Maddie McLean. Now have our Continental Influence champion. Need Bentley Baldwin to the ring with her champion Charlotte, Kelton Dowdle with his champion Key, Kelton Dowdle with his champion Maine, and Maddie McLean with her champion Simmental. If you had a Continental, be ready to come back to the ring to show for order. If you had a Continental, be ready to come back to the ring to show for order. Need those reserve breeds and place them in the class to the make-ready area. Please bring your reserve breeds and other placings in those classes towards the make-ready area.
Let's give these exhibitors a really big round of applause. You guys have a tremendous heifer show here, and you ought to be extremely proud of these young folks. It's shown time after time when we get out here in these division drives. And just for me, you know, I talked if we were going to go grab one and go show them on a state or national level in their respected breeds, for me, which one is going to probably go out and have the most success and puts it together and probably the broodiest, most good-looking, soundest package. For me, I think there's two out here that are awfully close in my opinion. They're a lot alike, but still have some differences. The female that I'm going to gravitate today is just a little bit neater in that throat latch area, just a little bit tidier in that front 1/3, and still puts it together with the same amount of substance and natural mass and dimension and foot and bone shape. The young lady with Charlotte, your champion, young man with the key, yours are two really extremely high quality animals.
Champion Continental exhibited by Bentley Baldwin. Reserve Champion exhibited by Kelton Dowdell. Jax Nichols through Charlet. Harper with your mane. Harper Hurt with your mane.
We got one too many.
Got one too many here, Rich. I need Jax Nichols, Charlet, Kelton Daddle. Did you scratch Kelton? Kelton's Key, Harper's Mane, Maddie's Scimitar. Keelan. In the ring, I need Jax Nichols, Charlet, Kelton Daddles, Key, Harper Hurts, Mane, Maddie McLean, Scimitar. Jackson Nichols, Charlet, Kelton Daddles, Key, Harper Hurts, Mane, Maddie McLean, Scimitar.
Yeah.
We screwed that up.
Yeah.
Well, I did.
That's what I said. I was thinking. You took 2 keys. And then the other keys lost.
Yeah. It's
Kelton's mane.
well, they searched through the paper. You guys can have it. Yeah. That's right. That's right. Well, I know Jeff got
We got-
number 1, so that's what.
We got it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that should be Kelton's name, Maddie's Semi, Maddie's Key.
Now Harper needs to go out.
Should have Jackson Nichols, Charlet, Maddie's Key, Kelton's Mane, Maddie's Scimitar. My apologies, Miss Harper.
Madison's key just went out.
So we're keyless.
We should have three out. We got 3 out.
It looks like she's doing it.
So she picked key. She picked Maggie's key next. One key next. That's third. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Harper's just hanging out.
Harper needs to come out.
Harper would come out, or she can hang out.
The Harpers need to come out.
Harper's. She can hang out.
So the one standing by the fence.
Yeah, I just told her Parker back there because they were pushing her in, so I was like, just tuck her over there.
You're good if you can touch
Go
this.
get her, finish the rest of it.
Okay, Parker.
Need Lindley Charlotte.
Everybody needs to leave. is what we're saying.
Yeah, we're done.
You can exit the ring.
Hang on. Oh, they kicked him out of the way. All right, we got Bentley, 1. Yep, Hilton, 2. Natty, 3, with a key.
Simmental 4.
Natty, Simmental, 4.
Charlotte 5th.
5th.
Moss is 6th. I'm going to slow him down. Let me ask you what else you got. Okay, Charlotte. Charlotte.
Bentley, you read them how you want.
I've got Bentley. Kelton. Bentley. Bentley Kelton. Then Madeline Key. 4th is Simmental. 5th is Charlotte. 6th is Linda Charlotte. Correct. That's what we do.
It's the announcer's fault. He can't tell the difference between a black key, black man, and black suit.
When they're all out there, you can't tell. Where'd he go?
Oh, looked like a cross thing.
we're gonna switch batteries out on the ring mic, but the young lady here has a single entry in our Charlie Composite, and one that is ultra long and extended, and we really appreciate the freshness that she is in today, being this far along in the stage of the game. Where we need to probably change her up is her spine when we get her out on the move, but that starts at the base, and with that, we need to just relax her off those hind wheels when we ask her to get out and take a stride for us. But a really nice female that represents the Charlie Composite division. Congratulations.
You got it?
Test, test.
Yeah, I got this. That one I can do. This one I can't do. No, this one good. This one's good.
Oh, you got it?
I got it.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Oh, is he not spotted down there? No, it's not. Now
What do we do here?
champion was paid on Charlie.
Your champion, Charlie Comp, was Tatum Nichols.
Told him I couldn't tell the difference. They all look like black cattle out there. Marina Herbert's back.
Just two females out here in our percentage key division, and the young lady's heifer is we let her out behind just for a friend, but we'll talk her first. One that is big and bold. You really appreciate the bone size that this one has and just the natural shape. That thing's a big top, big hit. You really appreciate that about her. Just not as soft-haired as the one in front of her. You know, she doesn't have that pretty hair coat to soften maybe that shoulder look into her. She wants to get just a little more tubular. And when we get her out on the move, she wants to just not put a lot of weight on that back left. It gets a little narrower at the base of the ground. The young man's older heifer here, one that is ultra complete. You really appreciate how smooth of a package she puts it together. Like the depth of her center body. She doesn't have the natural shape and thickness and power like the heifer that stands behind her. I'd like to give her a shot more foot and bone size if I'd like to change her, and like I said, just power her up a little bit more. For me, overall completeness and functionality standpoint, the young man's heifer will be champion, the young lady will be reserved. Congratulations.
Your champion key percentage is Dalen McNabb, reserve Addison Fisher. Also, while we have a minute, tonight's premium auction is going to be postponed to a later date. So I'm just going to give everybody a heads up. It will be postponed to a later date. We're thinking it will probably be March 3rd, Monday, March 3rd. No animals will be present. Your champion Limplex is sponsored by Greg and Pam Livingston.
Out here in our Limplex division, just one entry, but one that is really, really high quality. You love just the overall broodiness of this female, the depth of body and substance and mass that this one has, and still gets out on the move like a young calf. You really, really appreciate the athleticism of this one. Maybe you want to turn her back a little bit on condition, tuck that chest floor in, neck shape there at the top wants to get maybe just a tick crusty, but I think they're ultra, really competitive female. The young lady's done a really nice job getting her shown. Congratulations.
We have two single entries as maintainers. Your champion is sponsored by Sealing Vet Clinic.
out here in our maintainer division, just 2 single entries and I think 2 really nice complete made type of females. We'll go ahead and walk through these real quick. The young man's heifer here, one that just really far ahead on the stage of the game for being an August calf, pushing a lot of maturity. You'll have to watch that one. Where I'd like to change that one is at the ground off that front end. She wants to get pretty pigeon-toed, but one that has a lot of look to her. You like how long and extended that front 1/3 is and how square she is, and when she finally relaxes, gets out and takes a nice big step. The young man's heifer here out of this second class, one that's very, very broody, very square, complete. You appreciate that about her. Maybe where we want to change her is give her a tick more extension out that neck, maybe drop her there in her flank, but I think one that's a tremendous brood cow prospect for him today. I'm not saying there's one that has to win. There's some differences for sure and some things I'd like to change about them both, but I guess the one today that paints the more show heifer picture for me, of course, is the younger. She doesn't have as many days on the feed pan as this female behind her, but the young man out of class 1 will be your champion. The young man out of class 2 is reserved. Congratulations.
Your champion is shown by Brandon Jones, reserve JWD. So after the Simmental percentage, we will line up for percentage cell lineup. So be ready to come back up.
Single entry in our Shorthorn Plus division, one with a lot of big features, big bones. You really appreciate that about her. She's rocket necked, comes up and ties really high. Probably some things we'd like to change on this one is we'd really like to lean that chest floor up, maybe turn her down there in the crest of her neck and probably loosen her up there with those hind wheels when we get her on the move, but one that's really flashy, and the young lady's done an extremely good job getting her presented today. Congratulations.
Your champion Shorthorn Plus goes to Bentley Baldwin.
Just a single entry in our percentage Simmental division, but one that's just really functional. You really appreciate that about her. She's so smooth and how she ties everything together. Maybe one that just doesn't have that big wow factor, but boy, I think that's a really fault-free type of a heifer. The young lady's going to have a fun project with her down the road. Congratulations.
Your champion Simmental percentage is Ashton Hill. So for your Charlotte Composite, we need Tatum Nichols. For your key percentage, we need Dalton McMahon. For your 11 flex, you need Hadley Harrell. For your maintain, we need Brantley Jones. Shorthorn Plus, Bentley Baldwin. Scimitar percentage, Ashton Gamble.
Let's give all these percentage breed winners a really big round of applause. We've got a lot of differences out here in this drive, and I guess for me, it's going to come down to overall functionality, just overall flexibility, functionality for the breed. I know we've got some that are a little lighter on condition, some with a little heavier on condition, but one thing I can't change is structure. One thing I can change on one is condition. With that being said, the Linflex today, she's your champion. Congratulations.
Hadley Harrell has your champion. The pot is still right.
That division was a single entry, and when we get back down here, you know, another thing I've talked about is grabbing one to go out and compete in with their breed, and the one that probably follows up and has the most advantage in that aspect is going to be your Charlotte Composite. She'll be reserved. Congratulations.
So Tatum Nichols has your reserve champion. Bentley Baldwin is your third out. Then your Scimitar percentage is next. Maintainer goes out next. Brantley need JW Bowie. So that lines everything up. So we have one commercial heifer, we'll show it, and then we need all the breed champions of each division to come back, and then we'll show for sale order. So everybody be prepared to come back in to show in your respected. The commercial heifer is sponsored by Garland and Donna Hopewell.
Everything on paper.
Just a single entry in the commercial drive, but one that's really high quality. You get in the commercial drive, and these females aren't bred as maternal normally as some of those females we've seen in the other breeds. They're bred more for producing market steers down the road, and I think this young man's got a really good brood prospect here, one that is so fresh and unique in that front 1/3, very long and extended, and sets down on a nice set of feeding legs. She is a tick moderate. You'll run into that with this breed characteristic, but I think a really nice commercial female in this drive. Congratulations.
So your champion commercial goes to Elaine Nichols. So now for your overall champion, we need Creighton Carpenter with the British champion, Bentley Baldwin with your Continental champion, Hadley Harrell with your percent champion, and then Maine Nichols with your commercial champion. So to be ready to come in the ring, we need Keelan Derrickson with your British Reserve, Kelton Battle with your Reserve and Continental, and Tatum Nichols with your Reserve percentage. We need the commercial in the ring. So your Supreme Champion heifer is donated by the Cole family. And your reserve is by Logan Farms.
What now? Just champion or whatever.
Hannibal Jr.
Your heifer show here today has been a lot of fun. It's always fun to come to county fairs, and you know, a lot of these kids, this is their big show, and I think it's so important that to see the community support that you guys have here today. The bleachers filled, it's cold outside. These kids put a lot of time and effort, and it's so refreshing to see a county support like you guys have here today. Your kids have done a tremendous job. Kudos to them. These, you can tell they've spent the time that they need to in the barn, and it shows. You don't go to many counties and get the quality that we've had today, and it's been a pleasure working through them. But for me, you know, I hope you've kind of followed me on the functionality standpoint. I've got to have one that has a good set of feeding legs, and it's going to withstand a lot of miles. We ask a lot of these cattle these days, and that's one thing you cannot fix at home with a feed pan. Second, I got to have a good looking one, and they've got to be fresh in their condition. That's so important to me. And then when it gets down to these grain drives, you know, I've talked about the one that if when we get to these state levels coming up to OIE, or we go to Cattlemen's Congress or the American Oil, which one I'd want to grab a hold of a halter or put my kid on, and that's kind of where these things sort themselves out for me at the end of the day. But please give all these kids out here a big round of applause, those ag teachers, extension agents, parents, and the kids still back in the ring. This is a fun time of the year for us, but I'll give you a grand drive, and then we'll get our reserve out here and get you a reserve. But congrats again.
Creighton Carpenter has the overall champion. We need Keelan Derricks in the ring. We need Maitland Lauder on deck. Bentley Baldwin is a reserve. We need Kelton Battle with his key. Maddie McLean needs to be on deck. Percent Scimitar. So Kelton's picked next. We need Maddie McLean, Percent Scimitar in the ring. Then we need Maddie McLean's. I'm sorry, we need Maddie McLean's key in the ring. Percent Scimitars on deck. So Keelan Derrickson was next. We need Malin Lauder to come in, and then Maddie goes out next.
Hey, Richie. Bring your other one in, you wanna scrap it? Bring your next one in? Bring her.
So we need Madeline McLean's Scimitar to come back in the ring. And then we need Malin Lauder's Angus to be on deck. Hadley Harold goes out. We need Tatum Nichols to come in the ring. And then Bentley Baldwin, you need to be on deck. Your British, so Malin Lauder need to bring your other Angus heifer back up here. And then Hadley Harold, you need to have your Angus on deck. Tatum Nichols was picked. We need Bentley Baldwin, Shorthorn Plus. We need Ashton Gamble's Scimitar percentage on deck. Maggie McLean's Scimitar was next. We need Jackson Nichols, Charlotte, and then need Lindley Nichols, Charlotte on deck.
need at least 12. What now?
She didn't want to take a break.
Okay, sounds good.
We are going to roll right into the steer show as soon as we get these heifers lined up.
We don't have enough. There's so many scratches. We don't have enough yet.
Lane Nichols is next. The pot's right. We need Lily Nichols, Charlotte. Then we need Kaylee Noss to be on deck.
How you doing? Oh, I'm just watching my grandson show the white heifer.
Oh, okay. Good.
Madeline Lauder's pick. We need Hadley Harold's Amos from Byside coming to the ring. And then we need Hayden Hertz, Minnie Herford to be on deck. We need a minimum of 3 more because it scratches, so we're going to need a minimum of 3 more heifers picked. A minimum, it depends who gets picked, but to make sure we don't have, because right now the way the scratches are, we're going to still need at least three more. Bentley Baldwin was picked. We need Ashton Gamble's Scimitar Percentage to come in the ring. We need Brantley Jones to be on deck. So Lindley Nichols was picked. We need Kaylee Noss to bring her heifer in, and we need Kelton Battles Maine to be on deck. Okay, we had Hadley Harold picked. We need Hayden Hurt to bring her Minnie Herford in. We need Ashton Gamble Shorthorn to be on deck. Ashton Gamble. We need Brantley Jones to come in the ring. And then we need J.W. Boo to be on deck. So Hayden Harper goes out next. We have Ashton Gamble, the shorthorn heifer, and then Harper Hurt to be on deck. Brantley Jones was selected. We need J.W. Bowie to bring his heifer in for lineup. So Kaylee Noss goes out next. We need Kelton Dowdle's maintainer. We need Harper Hurt's maintainer to be on deck. So Kelton was picked next. So hold on just a second. Let's look. We might not have to have him. Hold on.
Still gonna be close.
Yeah, we've got 20 people.
That would be a bunch of scratches.
We need Harper Hurt's main to come in the ring. We need Harper Hurt's main Andrew heifer to come to the ring. JW gets picked. We need Dalen McNabb with his